Need some whole music.
Here. Trying to make sure I got this thing right.
Okay, we are live. All right. Welcome everyone to the BCMC Business Pitch Competition. Today is our university's third birthday. So this is why we are doing this. We're celebrating 3 years of a fabulous university. And so all of these contestants are a part of the university. We will introduce them once they come up. But first, I want to introduce the judges. And so, first we have Miss Sean Collier of First of All Consulting. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Hey, what's good, everybody? I think most everybody knows me as the amazing spouse to Nikki of BBU. And I'm the owner of First of All Consulting. I consult with small businesses to help with customer service items, customer retention, sales tweaks in terms of pitching or selling at venues, adding value. I'm very big on value and knowing your value, knowing how to add value, and knowing how to talk about value. So that's pretty much what I do in a nutshell. And I'm open to help anybody anytime. Just reach out to me, DM me, and I'm happy to help. Oh, I'm also the event planner for BCMC, and we are currently in the works of the Houston Convention, HuCon, in September. Tickets are coming soon. Make sure if you're here, you're there.
I like that.
First of all,
Look, I'm going to steal that one.
Yeah, right? We're just going to check that one off.
Yeah.
All right. Next, we have the fabulous Mr. Bryce Oates. Bryce, the candle guy. We will spotlight him. Tell us about yourself.
Good morning, everyone. And thank you so much for having me here this morning. My name is Bryce Oates. I have been involved in the candle world for the last nearly 20 years. For the last 18 years, was the manager of Candle Delirium in West Hollywood, the world's largest luxury home fragrance store and e-commerce boutique for luxury home fragrance. So I have had a ton of firsthand experience in terms of the home fragrance realm, while at the same time working with countless vendors, lines, world-class companies, and startups. One of my areas of expertise is obviously branding. I do a lot with customer relations. Customer service is another one of my big areas of expertise. And I currently am working on several projects in terms of development, creation, in terms of branding, in terms of how to scale businesses from something like this to something like this. I work a lot with interior designers and design companies. A lot of that is due to my fabulous husband, Mr. Jason Larimer. So as I was telling these guys before I hopped on the call, we're currently working on furniture lines for several major retailers, galleries, and I'm just kind of a one-stop shop when it turns to getting business on and moving.
Thank you. All right. And last but not least, we have the amazing Connie Johnson, and she is with Rooftop Candle.
Yes. Hello. Hello. Again, like Sean said, most of you probably already know me, so this is going to be really quick and to the point. I am the founder and CEO of Rooftop Candle Co. I am also the founder and CEO of a scent marketing agency as well as an investor. One of the things that you guys know me for besides Rooftop is the fact that I talk a lot about finances. I talk about it from the small business owner perspective. So teaching you how to manage those, teaching you how to know your numbers, teaching you how to price your products, making sure that even though you start a business and you're bootstrapping, that you do not continue to bootstrap. One of the main things that I focus on is teaching you how to scale. Okay, we are in the business to obviously serve our clients, but we have homes that we have to provide for, and we want to make sure that we can do that without being stressed out. So as Sean mentioned, if you ever need me, if you need a drill sergeant to help you with your numbers and to make sure that you are pricing correctly and make sure that you are making a profit as well as enjoying the business that you love, then feel free to reach out to me. I am very nice, but when it comes to numbers, I am very direct because numbers are just that.
They do not lie.
They do not lie. Correct. Okay, so I teach you how to do that. And if you want to scale, I am your girl. And I'm so excited for today. Thank you for having
Nice,
me.
awesome.
I think you're on mute, Jules.
You're muted.
I knew it. All right, so we will begin with the pitch competition. And so I will start with Miss Alicia Brown with the Wick and Wine Experience.
Hello, everybody.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Okay.
Love the background. That is
Thank you. Canva. Yes.
Yes. When you are ready, I'm ready.
All right. Hey everyone, my name is Alicia Brown, and I am the founder of the Wick and Wine Experience. We are a mobile candle making event company in the Chicagoland area. And our mission is to create joy and connectivity through candle making. Our target is event planners and HR directors, and we have capability to work with corporate, nonprofit, advertising agencies, as well as the bridal industry. Just a little bit about me. I've been in the advertising and events industry for the last 10 years. So I want to start by asking everyone a question. Have you all ever worked in a toxic work environment? You are not alone if you have. I definitely have. And I want to share a quick story with you all. When I was working in corporate, we would have every Wednesday, like clockwork, a happy hour. It was wine, music, and people would talk, but honestly, they really did not want to be there. And you would slowly see people slink away to leave because they just weren't having valuable conversations. And that's an opportunity for the Wick and Wine Experience. We come into your business and we help to have intentional conversations centered around candles. So this is how it works. We come to you, we're mobile, so we customize every single thing. So you're able to customize your jars, your labels, we bring the fragrances in. And one of the most unique things about the process is that we have these icebreaker cards, right? So on the cards, everyone has a different question. So they're able to, while their candles are curing, have conversation with each other and learn things that they haven't known about one another through these conversations. And hopefully that's the starting point of something very intentional that they can bring into their actual working relationships. So this experience starts at $50 per person. It's a 2-hour experience, and we are wanting to be known as the #1 mobile candle making experience in the Chicagoland area. We're growing, and so we know that pretty soon we will be moving into a nonprofit. We would love to have your partnership as we grow and appreciate your time and listening to the pitch. Thank you so much.
all right. Any questions from the judges?
So tell me a little bit more about the experience. I'm curious.
Yeah, so the way that it works is I come in I'm essentially like an event planner, right? So I come in, I set everything up, all of the different fragrances, and I really work with the HR director or the event planner to figure out what the overall theme is that they, sorry, I had a timer on for myself.
I need one of those.
But I come in and we really, can customize it in accordance to what you want that vibe to be, what the overall objective is. If it's team building, or if it's even you want to create a relaxed vibe just to show customer or employee appreciation. So we work together and we sort of build around the unique experience that you want to create. The vessels and the labels and all that stuff, that's easy, but what's really center is what that overall takeaway from the employees will be.
And what's the cost structure like? Is it based on people? Is it based
You
on?
stole my question, Bryce.
Yeah. So you were saying what's the price structure is $50 per person based on 12 people, it can be a very small group. So based on 12 people, we are wanting to at least target 12 events a week, right? 12 of these small events a week. Monthly, that would bring us to about roughly $15,000 a month. And then yearly, it could take us to over $175,000 revenue.
Okay, so quick question. Are you able to, is there a certain amount, I know you said like starting at 12, is that 12 participants for each yes. class? Okay, so do you have the ability to, say for instance, if you get a call from HR at Google and yep. they say, hey, Alicia, I want to do that. So how are you able to, do you have a team, or are you able to say, if someone says I have 150 participants, are you able to take care of that? Are you able to do that at all?
I would say right now where I am, 150 would be too big. So right now okay. I'm good with 50. So 50 is okay. a number that I feel comfortable with. And I do have a partner. So I work with my husband and we're able to tag team. I'm able to come in and give instruction. He's able to sort of direct people where they need to go and manage the overall flow. So we work in tandem.
I love it. Husband and wife team. Perfect.
I had a quick question. What is your time frame, load in to load out? How much of your time and your day does this take? If you're expecting to do 12 events a week, like what's your time looking like, load in, load out?
It actually takes me about 45 minutes. So it's 4 hours total, right? It takes about 45 minutes to get in there, depending on location, to get in there, set up, 2-hour event, and then just breaking down. So I would say roughly a 4-hour event.
And you are insured for events like this to be on site? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other questions from the judges? All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Great job.
Yes. So please stay back because after everyone goes, we are going to give feedback. Next up, we have Charlene Hall with Scented Serenity Candles.
Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Okay. I'm ready. All right. So, did you know that 77% of people use candles to create a calm, relaxing environment at home? Yet many candles on the market are mass-produced, filled with chemicals, and often cause discomfort like headaches. People want candles that are safe and to enhance their sense of peace. Hi, my name is Charlene Hall, and I'm owner of Scented Serenity Candles. I started this business to create more than just candles. I wanted to craft a profound experience for people. My handcraft candles are designed to evoke emotions, promote mental well-being, and transform any space into a haven of peace and relaxation. Scented Serenity Candles primarily serves women of color and who value self-care and mental wellness, but it appeals to anyone asking for emotional connection and relaxation. For example, my Yaya candle is inspired inspired by the coming presents that I give to my grandkids. It's a soothing blend of honey and lavender that evokes love and tranquility. I also have one called Love. Love is the love I have for God, love I have for myself, and love I have for my family. And that is a blend of cherry blossom, magnolia, and rose. Those bold floral radiate love all over when you smell it. Each candle is crafted with a soy wax, clean burning wick, and premium fragrance oils and healthier burn. The vessels are intentionally simple and elegant, blending seamlessly into any decor while keeping the focus on what matters, the experience. One of my customers shared with me that she bought candles for years, but then she stopped because of the headaches that the candles would cause. So after trying my candles, she finally found a candle that she can enjoy without the discomfort. Our candles are available in two sizes. We have the 8-ounce vessel for $22, the 16-ounce vessel for $30. And these price points reflect the quality, craftsmanship, and the emotion value in every candle. In my first year, I earned over $6,000. That was primarily through the vending events, and I have received so much positive feedback from those events. My growth strategy includes increasing online sales through social media and email marketing and hosting workshops to build stronger customer connections. With a focus on quality, storytelling, and emotional connection, Scented Serenity candles pose to thrive in this 4.5 billion candle market. At Scented Serenity Candles, every scent tells a story and every flame lights a path to serenity. Visit my website at www.scentedserenitycandles.com to experience candles that go beyond fragrance. Let's light up your home with intentions and peace. Thank you.
Good job.
All right, so we'll get questions from the judges. We'll go in order this time so we don't overlap. So we'll start with Bryce.
Thank you so much for your pitch. I'm so sorry my phone went off. It's my husband calling. But anyway, so tell me more about how you came to the idea of creating wellness products because other products were, used chemicals, toxic. Like, what was the process in discovering this particular niche?
So this particular niche came due to an emotional trauma that I had in my life. I lost my dad back in 2012. And
Sorry
so
to hear this.
thank you. So I needed something to, fill that grief that I had.
Hmm.
So back when COVID hit, we were all stuck in the house and everything. That's when I started to really get into the candle making. And I felt like the candles brought a sense of comfort to me by making them. And so getting into the wellness part of it, just by me being able to feel that I made something that can help people reduce like the stress of a loss of a family member, emotional situations, even like one of my customer who said that she had headaches. That made me feel good as a candle maker to know that I am putting products out there that are being made to resonate that type of wellness for people.
So if I understand correctly, it sounds like mental wellness is truly your company's centric mission, centric statement, centric being.
Yes, it is. And part of my, I usually donate for my vending events. I usually donate 10% to this foundation that I found online, which is called the Loveland Foundation. They actually support mental health.
Very cool. Very, very cool.
Okay. All right, Sean.
Not too many questions. It was a great presentation. How are you today?
John, thank you. Good. A little nervous, but I'm good.
You did good. You did good. You did very well.
This is my first pitch here.
Good. But my question is, given that the candle market is pretty saturated and you do have a fairly unique story, how are you going to set yourself apart from somebody that's in the same lane as you?
Well, I just try to get out and I try to voice my feelings to people by going online. I connect with everybody through the vending events. When I usually have the events, I talk to everyone and I get myself out to get known. I don't sit behind the
Right.
I don't sit behind there just twiddling, making sure someone come. I make sure I get out and tell everyone the story.
Well, I'll jump in here. Honestly, I love the pitch. Okay, you did a great job. Again, not too many questions. I can say that I sit in the same seat you do. My father passed away in 2023, and I totally get that. One of the things that I would say, probably not any question, more of a so of an encouragement. Just make sure that you get out and you continue to tell your story. Being that, as Sean said, the candle market is saturated. And even though you speak to the wellness aspect of burning a candle, I still feel like your story is what matters before the candles. The candles are just the addition. So that is something that I think that you should continue to share. So thank you for your pitch. It was great.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Charlene.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right. Next, we have Miss Kristen Mills of Simply Chris Marie. Let me spotlight.
Hello.
Hello.
Good morning.
Let me know, Nikki.
Ready.
Did you know that scent is the sense that is most closely linked to memory and emotion? It has the power to transport us back into any place or time. I'm Chris Marie, the founder of Simply Chris Marie Home Fragrance, where we believe that fragrance is more than just something that smells good, it's something that makes us feel good. Our signature home fragrances are designed to invoke the warmth and comfort of cherished memories, like the sweet smell of cookies baking in the oven. It's a familiar fragrance that's passed down through generations. In today's fast paced world, we've lost touch with the simple sensory of experiences that make a house feel like a home. We've experienced it when walking into a room and feeling like an instant sense of peace or belonging, or we catch a whiff of a fragrance that takes us back to a family tradition. But for many, these memories have become rare. As Simply Chris Marie Home Fragrance, we're solving that by bringing back the comforting, nostalgic scents that connect us to people and memories that we love. Our target market is made up of people who are looking for not just a pleasant smell, they're looking for the emotional connection. Our customers are individuals that are 25 to 45 who care about the environment they create and the experiences that they cherish. They want products that feel personal, high quality, and meaningful. Our brand resonates with people who want to enhance their homes with fragrances that invoke the joy and the warmth. What sets us apart from fragrance brands? Now that's simple. We don't just sell scents, we sell the experience. While most fragrance companies rely on the generic and mass produced fragrances, we are here to curate a deeply personal fragrance that has a story to tell with each scent. It's inspired by recipes or memories through generations. Our short term focus is going to be on building the strong, direct consumer presence. Through online stores, we connect with our customers and offer them the personalized experience. As we scale, we plan to get into retail stores with a wider range of products that would be candles and incense and car fragrances. At Simply Chris Marie Home Fragrance, we believe that scent is not just to fill your home with fragrance, it's to fill your home with the meaning. Our signature fragrances are designed to bring you closer to the people and the moments that matter the most. Because with smells, we don't just love the traditions, we love the space that it creates and the memories that are made. Thank you, guys. And here's one of our candles, our dessert ones.
Fun.
All right, we'll start with Same order. We'll start with Bryce.
So tell me a little bit more about the purpose of your business. Like I understand that candles are very strongly tied to memory, and you want to bring those memories back in people. What's your purpose? Like, what's driving you to have sales and to get your product out there? Like, what is it behind it?
Personally, I feel like behind it is just my love for fragrance. It's something that was rooted in me through generations. My mom was really big on blending fragrances and fragrance oils to create her own custom blends. She was that lady that demand presence with just her smell. So she's that walk by air that you just want to look back and say, "What do you have on?" So
Mhm.
for me, that's very nostalgic to be able to know that when people come into my home, they want to know what's cooking in here, what's that smell, it's triggering something that makes them feel comfortable and makes them want more or to learn about the process of making candles. So I really like to talk about blending and how we don't want to just have something as boring as vanilla. Now I love a vanilla, but I prefer a vanilla milkshake. That's just me.
All right, I have not so much a question, a comment. Maybe I'd probably save it to the end, but um, I know you from not know you like I haven't shaken your hand, but I was actually just burning one of your candles a couple of days ago, because we have it in our house, and as soon
Mhm.
as I put it on, I yelled across the living room to Nicole. She's in the dining room. I said, "Babe, this smells just like Fruit Loops." And it literally smelled exactly like Fruit Loops. It smelled like a really good big bowl of cereal. I loved it. Um, One thing I want to offer is you're so natural. Like the story you just told to us, based on the question Bryce asked about your mom, it flowed. It was easy. It was comfortable. I could kind of tell you were reading your pitch, and I don't think you needed to. You should have just chill and just talk. You know what I mean? Because I know you know this. I know you know your story because I've heard it before. So just be easy. You got this. But it was a great pitch. It was a great pitch.
Thank you.
Oh, me. Ha ha ha. Here I am. Really one thing that I wanted to talk about was your margins. I know this is on YouTube and all that, so you don't have to get too deep into it, but are you comfortable with your margins? Are you making a profit as you are selling your products? Because I'm familiar with your candles. I don't know you. I've seen you around, but I am familiar. So I just want to know, is that something that you're comfortable with, or is that something that you're still kind of working on as you're making?
Still working on. I definitely feel that in California, COVID hit and it did some changes with people just wanting to get a lot more from just like their bang for their buck. So it really adjusted the market for us with being in person. So strongly with me getting more out there in person, I feel like I can change the margin to be a more comfortable for the growth that I'm looking for in business. So slowly but surely, I believe that it's going to get to the scale that it needs to be.
Okay. And I think that's it for me. Yeah, that's it. Great job otherwise.
Great job.
So,
All right. Thank you. Okay, next we have Justina Featherstone with Jazz Essence Candle Co. Spotlight.
Good morning, everyone.
Good
Good
morning.
Good
morning.
morning.
Okay, I'm ready when you are, Nikki.
Ready?
My name is Justina Featherstone, aka Jazz, and I am the founder of Jazz Essence Candle Co. My brand is inspired by my love for cozy, nostalgic scents that transport you to your favorite memories. Our handcrafted candles are dessert-inspired candles that bring warmth and joy to every home while being eco-friendly and sustainably made. Most candles on the market are mass-produced and lack personality. Consumers often find the same generic scents with very little variety and creativity. Handcrafted small batch candles, which offer thoughtful, high quality experience, can be difficult to find. People want candles that feel special, unique, intentional, not just another store-bought scent. Jazz Essence Candle Co. creates unique handcrafted candles that stand out. Our collections are inspired by indulgent desserts, cozy cafes, and seasonal favorites, offering scents like coffee shop and maple pecan waffle. Each candle is crafted in small batches using 100% soy wax and cotton wicks, maintaining an eco-friendly, clean burning without sacrificing quality or scent performance. Our ideal customers are candle lovers, home fragrance enthusiasts, and gift shoppers, especially women aged 25 to 45 who appreciate high-quality handcrafted goods. Whether they're shopping for themselves or a thoughtful gift, these candles can create an experience that they can't find in big box stores. Unlike mass-produced brands, our handcrafted candles offer a personal touch, unique scents, and aesthetic appeal. We blend nostalgia with artistry to ensure a strong fragrance throw, attention to detail, and a more intimate customer experience. We've already seen demand through sold-out product drops and social media traction. To grow, I plan to expand my online sales through my website and social media, secure vendor spots at markets and pop-ups to build brand awareness, and invest in better tools like the auto wax melter to improve efficiency. Launch a seasonal subscription box with exclusive limited edition scents. Winning this competition would allow me to increase production, improve efficiency, and expand marketing efforts to reach more customers. At Jazz Essence Candle Co., we're redefining what a candle can be, not just a scent, but a full experience. With handcrafted designs, nostalgic fragrances, and an eco-friendly approach, we create something truly special within the candle industry. With your support, I can grow my brand and bring these unique scents to more homes. And together we can turn everyday moments into something truly special. Thank you all.
Thank you. All right.
Yeah.
Questions? Any questions, judges? Bryce?
So if this is a business pitch, why, tell me a little bit more about you. I want to know why, as a business, let's say I were an investor, or let's say I'm someone who's interested in helping you with your company. Help me get to know you a little bit.
Yeah. So I'm originally from New York City, and I actually started my very first candle company over 15 years ago. I was
Wow.
a
Okay,
teen,
cool.
yeah, I was a teen entrepreneur. So I knew that I wanted to start a business. I've been passionate about entrepreneurship ever since. And I started my candle company. And back then I used to make pillar candles. So I used to just make
Got it.
candles that are like stand up
Yeah,
straight.
yeah, yeah.
And then I evolved to soy candles, and I actually relaunched my business during the pandemic. I was looking for something to express creativity. I enjoyed the aromatherapy. It gave me a relaxing presence just to be making these candles. So I've been passionate about entrepreneurship and candle making ever since, and I'm just looking to continue that passion now as a full-grown adult and and to keep that energy and that spirit going.
Cool. Yeah, it's interesting. So when I asked you about you, you lit up and there was so much engagement there. Like you jumped out of the screen. Like, are we giving feedback now or
No, that was my bad. I
No,
should,
just no
just
feedback
questions?
now,
Okay.
just
Oh,
questions.
cool.
Feedback at the end, and then
Cool.
and then I think I'll pause and give you a little time to submit the form so that we can
yeah.
get the
Yeah.
scores going.
Excellent,
Okay.
excellent. But thank you so much for giving me a little bit more insight into you and your personality. That really helps me understand your business a little bit better.
My pleasure.
All right. Sorry if you heard my little puppy bark. He's up, so I guess he's done full now. So, did you say you had an auto wax melter?
I said that if I win, then I will
Oh, okay.
have an auto wax melter, which will help my productivity and my production a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's one of the prizes. So
Oh, okay. Oh, I got it. I
To
got it.
throw that in there.
Are you like by yourself wearing all of the hats, or do you have help? Or
I am. I am the CEO. I am the marketing department. I am the distribution. I am the maker. I wear all the hats.
awesome, awesome. Do you do events at right now, or?
I recently moved, so I was doing events in my area. I was doing pop-up shops and vendor events. I recently moved to a different area of Pennsylvania, so now I'm just getting reestablished, and I am looking to have my first launch in 2 weeks from now. So.
How well do you do at events? It seems like your product would stand out a bit in terms of types of candles.
Mhm.
So how well do you, if you don't mind me asking, how well do you
Yeah.
do this?
They're definitely attention grabbing, which definitely helps. I'm always standing at my booth and I engage with people. Everybody that walks by, I say hello to, and people will double back and stop and say, "Is that a candle?"
Right.
Because I have some really hyper realistic candles that get people's attention. So I usually do very well.
Okay. And you said it was dessert candles, is that what you said?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
Mhm.
Okay, I have to say, Bryce, that if you're going to be stealing my questions, me and you're going to have to get on the same screen. Okay? Okay, so I just want to say that. Okay, because
We're
and I
in
probably should.
competition today too.
Exactly. It's like, don't take my question. Um, but love the competition. Love your pitch. Love
Love
your
it.
pitch.
Yeah.
A couple of things. I know that you mentioned what you'll use the money for. I thought that was good. But I do want to know, as far as I know, you spoke to that you do everything, right? And so that's one of the things that we do when we start a business. We're marketing, we're CEO and all of that. But do you have any plans on hiring anyone to help you out with this? Because it seems like that you're doing, like you're doing more, and I'm just curious.
Yes, I definitely have plans to hire some people, and I actually created a business plan recently where I broke that all down as to how we use funding and grants to hire people to help me with my company in different departments. So that's definitely something that I'm looking forward to expanding. So I'm not literally doing everything, but I can be there with the customers more and the creative part, and I can have some help in other areas.
Okay. All right. And let's see. I know I had one more question on the top. Okay, as far as like your cost of goods sold and things like that, how are you with finances? Are you solid in what you're selling now in terms of what you're selling and you're making a profit? Or is that something that you're still working out as you go along?
I am working on it, but I do know that my candles are $25 each for an 8-ounce dessert style candle. My contribution margin is $11.22, and it takes me it's $5.78 per candle. So it takes
Okay.
me 13 candles a month to actually break even, and then I will start to be in a profit after I sell 13 candles in a month.
Okay. Okay. Oh, you beat me to it because I was just going to ask you that. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. Well, that's all that I have. Great job.
Thank you so much.
All
Great
right.
job. Sorry, I'm typing.
Oh, you had another one, Sean? Another question?
Oh, I was saying great job.
Oh. We will pause for about a minute or so to give the judges some time to
Thank goodness.
Is that everyone?
No, we still have 4 more. We're just doing a
Oh,
quick pause
No.
so that
cool.
I
Thank
can
goodness.
get some of these forms in.
What,
So,
Jules, what was our second contestant's name again?
Charlene.
Charlene
Charlene.
Hall,
Mhm.
Charlene?
Correct. Yes. So we had Alicia first, we had Charlene, then we had Kristen, and then we had Jazz.
Are you getting these as I'm sending them in?
Yes.
Okay, excellent.
Mhm.
and number 2 was Chris, right?
Charlene.
I mean, number 3 was Chris, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. Look, I'm over here sweating, y'all. I'm like, I like to pay attention real good. And I'm
Right. I
like,
was trying
Lord,
to,
I
trying
can't
to
pay
fill out
attention real
before. I was like, I
good.
just got to stop and listen. Yeah.
Yep. I'm big on that. I like to
Yeah.
give people their time. So I say,
Mhm.
oh, hold on now. But if y'all know me, I'm already got a book full of notes. So I keep up real good.
How's everybody enjoying the pitch competition? You guys in YouTube land, let us know how you are enjoying the pitch competition so far. Let us know. in the chat. Let us know. Let us know. And we have 4 more contestants to go. Hope you all are ready to deliver. Connie's gonna have to ask her questions first this go around because everybody's still on stuff.
Yeah, so we'll change the order. We'll change the order. A lot of watchers on YouTube. Thank you for joining us. How do we feel out there? The 4 that have already gone. How are you feeling? Feeling good?
Yes.
I have to say, everybody's been excellent so far. This is going to be really, really tough. You guys are polished. You guys are clear. You guys are concise. Like, it's really good so far.
And so everybody who's watching on YouTube, are you ready to pitch for the next time we do this again? Let us know. You should be ready. We have some comments in the chat. It says, Christina says, this is so educational, loving it. Miss Tracy of Praiseworthy Candle said, this is great. Tasha K says she's loving it. Justin's in the building. Justin said, love it. Congrats, ladies. Lakeisha's in the building. She said, I'm enjoying every bit of it. Candace is in the building. Hey, Candace. She said, amazing job, everyone. And of course, Tracy said, hit the like button. And please and thank you. Yes, yes, and yes. Candace says she's so proud of y'all. Tracy says she'll be ready. And Candace says she's taking notes. So thank you so much for contacting us, communicating with us, and you too. Thank you for contacting us. Please press 1.
All right. I'm caught up.
And I want to say happy birthday, BCMC. So exciting.
Right. That's right. So while we're waiting, how many of you guys plan on attending HuCon? I see 2, 3, 4, 5. Everybody's hand should have shot up. Listen, if you don't want to miss it, if you were in Ohio, a time was had, education wise, knowledge wise, inspiration wise. We gave away a bunch of stuff. The ball was amazing. We danced, we laughed, we had fun. We had Terry from Harlem Candle Company. We had Rafi. We had just had so many iconic candle industry guests. And the one we're bringing you out in Houston, that's going to definitely be a throwdown. It's a rodeo theme. So if you are planning on coming, go on and get those boots ready.
Yeah, guys, Terry and Rafi really know what they're doing.
Yeah.
That is something I can honestly say. If you haven't seen all of the BCMC courses, anything they've been involved in, any of their talks, they've got great experience, and I highly value the things that come out of their mouth. So be sure you're paying attention to that and following along. Just having experienced a BCMC event myself, being somewhere in person, you get to network. And you get to build personal relationships. It's one thing to be through a computer screen. It's another thing to be standing in front of someone and actually getting to engage them in conversation. So there's so much benefit to that. If you're considering it, I would highly recommend it. And obviously, with incredible guests, you get incredible information and really opportunities to see how you can benefit not only your business, but other people's businesses and in turn, other people's lives as well.
Yeah, and I just want to say, Bryce, our inaugural ball you made it amazing, man. You really stepped out and you kind of inspired us to keep pushing through with this thing. And I think if we had to have had you on that initial ball, I don't know where we would have been, man. But you made it happen. You were open. You were giving. You were inspirational. You gave advice. You led. Like it was really I don't know if I thanked you before, but I'm thanking you now, bro. I'm giving you your flowers. But You, your husband, and your dog, you guys made our day for that Saturday. That was awesome. I love the
You're
dog
giving
too. Don't laugh. I love the dog.
you're giving me chills. That's so cool. I
That's
really
awesome.
appreciate you
You are
guys
a
as
blessing
well.
in
I mean,
disguise, man.
3 years. It's
Yes,
crazy.
yes,
It's
yes.
crazy.
All right.
All right. So we are going to start with the next contestant. We have Miss Caitlin Bazille with Lumiere Renee. So I will spotlight her.
Hello, everyone. Hi, hi.
Hello, hello, hello.
Nikki, I am ready whenever you are. Awesome. Hello, everyone. My name is Caitlin Bazille from Lumiere Renee Candle Company, a brand inspired by my grandfather who believed in making light of every situation. And that is exactly the mindset that we drive with Lumiere Renee. Life is expensive, y'all. Millennials and Gen Z can't easily buy homes like they once used to. Even eggs are starting to feel like a luxury. But that doesn't mean that we do not deserve pockets of peace and indulgence. Consumers want high quality, beautifully designed products, check, that feel personal and meaningful, check, without breaking the bank. Exactly. So we want to ensure that we create products that take it a step further. So in addition to our beautifully scented candle, we also have every candle that is paired with a curated playlist because scent and sound create powerful memories. We take it a step further with our photo candles because we like to incorporate beautiful memories within the actual candle itself. And also our Sense and Sounds experience, which is a one of a kind mix of candle making, music, and community. Our audience, millennials and Gen Z, value self care, storytelling, and sensory experiences. And our approach really falls within our social media and retail partnerships to reach engage customers, immersive events that keep them coming back, and our Matchbook subscription box for repeat purchases. And that is our competitive advantage, those multi-sensory experiences that turn scent into keepsakes. As a self-funded business, every dollar counts like I told you before. So our focus is scaling smartly, expanding our retail partnerships, growing our Matchbook subscription box, and also scaling our Sense and Sounds experience. We want to be thoughtful about how we use that spend through that cash incentives, being able to expand our production cost through the Makesy gift card, experimenting with new fragrances that do evoke those memories and those experiences. Our wax filter, because increasing productivity never hurt anybody. And this prize will allow us to reach more customers and keep that quality, also while keeping prices accessible. At Lumiere Renee, the best moments in life aren't just lived, they're felt. Whether it's a scent of a summer romance, a girls' night in, or your favorite memory with your grandma, in my case, my grandpa as well, we want to be able to combine scent and sound. So join me, y'all, while we light and listen with Scents and Sounds with Lumiere Renee. Thank you, everyone.
Great job. Very
Thank you.
good job.
All
What's the
right.
name of the company
Question.
again?
All right. So tell me a little bit more about your
What
sound.
the
I'm curious. I want to know about the sound.
you said
Yes. So
the name of the wait, I think there was a question about the company name. Did you
Just what
say?
the name of the company again?
yes,
Oh,
Lumiere Renee Candle Company, which directly translates to Renee's Light, the brand inspired by my grandfather. And the sound, to your question, Bryce, is connect to a QR code that's on our candles, and they all are linked to a curated playlist. Every single candle has its own curated playlist to go with the vibe of that particular candle that highlights kind of that experience, that memory, or moment.
How do you find your music?
So all of my music, I created. I always joke and say, if you love the playlist, I made it. If you didn't, I didn't. No, but all of the music I curated on Spotify. So it once you scan that QR code, it goes to a landing page that has Spotify music. It's linked to YouTube music as well, and it's a curated songs from different artists, primarily more Black and Brown artists, just because we do want to amplify that sound with all of the different candles.
Cool. And tell me a little bit more about the business side of things. Like how are you structured as a business?
Right now, we have an e-commerce website. We also have a small candle studio. I just got a commercial space last year, so we've been a
Oh,
year in our
nice.
studio space. So that has allowed for us, thank you, to be able to scale our sense and sound experience. Before it was mobile, which we still do offer that experience for folks, but we now have a candle studio that allows for us to have kind of those small, intimate gatherings, in addition to our online website. And we're also in 6 retail locations in the Massachusetts area.
Very cool.
Thank you.
Very nice. All right. Well, I do have a few questions. Let me grab my notes. Okay. So let's talk a little bit about like market and differentiation, right? So tell me,
Yes.
like, how do you position your brand? Like, is it luxury, affordable, sustainable? What is it? How
I'd
do
say
you?
I created kind of my own realm, calling it accessible luxury. Because, like I mentioned
Okay.
before, I do feel like oftentimes people they get intimidated. My candles are priced at $36. And I do recognize that in this economy, that can also be very intimidating. However, with the playlist, and they're also formulated to be slow burning candles, the way that I do position it is that folks are able to invest in that experience. So a lot of people do take well to our candles because it does come with that component with the playlist, and it also is slow burning. So they have that candle for quite a bit of time, to be very
Okay.
honest. Sometimes I'm like, come on, y'all, reorder.
Yeah.
But I do think it is important that if you are investing your hardworking dollars into something, that you're able to have that opportunity to indulge, but at an accessible rate.
Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, and next question. We're going to talk about a little bit about scalability and growth.
Yes.
So, like, so what is your current production capacity? And then I have a second part to it. How do you plan to um, scale as the demand
Mhm.
increases?
Right. So right now our production capacity is around like 200 candles. There's definitely areas of opportunity to continue to grow that. That can be completed within 2 weeks. So a lot of our kind of larger wholesale orders are around kind of that 2 week time frame. My goal is to be able to kind of curb that by at least a week just because there's opportunity there. And I've also been working with kind of folks that are willing to offer their time. You'll be surprised at how many people are willing to, if you feed them, pay them a
Of
nice
course.
stipend, they're able to participate and help support, those endeavors. So that
Okay.
is how I've been able to scale my business, is being
Okay.
able to kind of have my peers. My mom is also recently retired, so she's been in the trenches with me, being
Okay.
able to kind of increase our scale.
Okay.
But there's definitely areas of opportunity to increase that.
Okay. And then last question, because it wouldn't be me if I didn't talk about
Numbers.
finances.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So um do you already have like your projected growth over the next 12 to 24 months, like what that looks like for your business, like you already have that outlined, and then how you're going to do that?
So transparently, we have very aggressive goals this year, simply
Okay.
because in my own personal life, I turned 30 this year. So my goal is like, this is like my bucket list with
Okay.
personal goals and professional goals. We do want to see close to 10 to 15% increase in our overall revenue. We are
Okay.
trying to be very thoughtful, like I mentioned before, investing smartly. So operating in spaces where we're investing in kind of those high impact opportunities, but then also making sure that we're just mindful of what that could look like. So when I first started, I used to participate in so many vendor markets, just thinking, okay, just spread myself thin and we'll get all the money there.
Mm-hmm.
Learn that the hard way, that that's not always the most appropriate approach. So kind of
Mm-hmm.
taking a step back and recognizing what opportunities are going to be most fruitful, not only just in kind of revenue, but also in exposure and opportunity as well. So just kind of thinking smarter and not harder, essentially.
Okay. Sounds good to me. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, that was a great presentation. I like
Thank
your,
you,
it
Sean.
was amazing.
Very
Thank
engaging.
you.
Very, very engaging.
I had a
Thank you.
question. What is this Matchbox? What is that?
Yeah, so our Matchbox subscription program is getting 4-ounce candles. There are 4 different 4-ounce candles. It's a mystery matchbox. So oftentimes, I think it's also just a great way to keep inventory moving as well, because oftentimes we get some scents that are a lot more popular than others, and folks are not giving love to the other scents that are on our shelves still. So it's a great opportunity for us to kind of push forward that remaining inventory that we have on our shelves by exposing our customers to kind of that mystery matchbox. So the way that that works is that they pay a subscription service every month. We have it in our 4-ounce option and also our 11-ounce option, and they're able to purchase that and they get a mystery scent. Naturally, they are able to follow up with me and say, hey, I actually am allergic to this scent, don't send me this, etc. But I think it's a great way to expose them to different scents that they may not have essentially kind of leaned towards, and a great way for us to be able to move inventory that has been sitting on our shelves for quite some time.
How
So it's a
many?
win-win on both ends.
Yeah, it's a great idea. I love it. I'm big on subscriptions. How many people do you have signed up for that, or how lucrative is that for you?
As of right now, we are just kicked off that process right now. So transparently, we have a lot of folks that are repeat customers that purchase large orders every month, and we're trying to gravitate them and educate them to move over to the Matchbook subscription service just so that they are able to have that investment as well. So we currently right now we have about 5 people because it is something that we just recently launched, but our hope is honestly to increase that. I think there's just education around getting a mystery box
Yeah.
that is definitely important. So that's kind of an area of opportunity for me to lean into.
I like the idea. I
Okay.
think it's a great idea.
Thank you.
I got one last question. I'm so sorry. I felt the need to ask this. Okay, since I know you talked about customers and your repeat customers.
Yes.
So what's your average order value? And
My
have
average.
you
Oh,
have you
sorry.
implemented any strategies? No, it's okay. Any strategies to increase it?
Yes. Oh, that's a great question. Okay. So
Come on, questions.
my average order value is around $65. So that includes obviously with shipping and taxes included with the actual cost of the candle. And our goal is to be able to increase it. There are mechanisms through our website that we can even add where we add like a widget that encourages folks to pair additional candles. We do have our newsletter, which has over 700 subscribers, which we are trying to kind of highlight the stories behind the scent pairings, kind of educating folks how they can use scent as a meaningful way to their different experiences or dinner parties or events. Like for Valentine's Day, for example, we have scents that are curated specifically for Valentine's Day. So being able to kind of highlight how different scents can tell a story, even in different rooms, to being able to educate folks to, add a little bit more to their cart when they are purchasing candles, in addition to just the candles that they're interested in.
Love it. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. So, any other questions, y'all?
Oh, I have.
I'm all set. I mean, I have tons, but I
Oh.
can't do
Well,
that.
yeah. I could go on ad nauseum. I could ask
For real.
Yeah.
I
That's
was
a
trying to
really
find-
dangerous question to ask someone.
Sorry,
who's
y'all. I'm
analyzing.
over here, hot and impatient. I appreciate it.
Thank
Good
you.
job.
I was trying to find my unmute. Thank you. All right, we'll give judges. Do y'all need another second to submit, or we're good?
Did you get all mine so far, Jules?
Say that again, Bryce.
Did you get all mine so far?
Yes, I
Okay.
have.
Okay.
Mhm.
Did you
Look,
get
I know you.
It was for Brazil. Did you get that one? Because it kind of looked like it came back, Jules. I don't want to submit it twice.
Yep, I have yours. We just said, yep, I've got everybody's but Connie's.
Oh, see, don't
No,
call
we're
me
good.
out now. I got one, but I only
No,
got
we're
one
good,
more, right?
but we're all caught up.
Okay,
We're
okay.
good. Mhm. All right,
Okay.
next we have Miss Melissa Jagassar of Cali Meets NYC.
Hi, everyone.
Oh my gosh, it's good to see you.
Good to see you too, Bryce. Good to see everyone. I'm ready when you are, Nikki. Okay. Hello, I'm Melissa Jagassar, the founder of Cali Meets NYC. My journey to entrepreneurship wasn't just about candles. It was about survival. After losing my maternal grandmother, I struggled with severe anxiety and found myself on the brink of suicide. I spent so much time taking care of others that I completely neglected myself. In those dark moments, Something as simple as burning a candle became a small act of self-preservation. But when I realized that many candles were filled with harmful chemicals that triggered headaches instead of relief, I knew there had to be a better way. That's why I created Cali Meets NYC, a fragrance brand that prioritizes clean scents as a form of self-care. The issue lies in the lack of transparency in the fragrance industry. Did you know that Black women in the US are more likely to be exposed to harmful chemicals from consumer fragrance products? The options for safer fragrances were limited until now. We offer clean and safe candles for you and the environment with a unique twist. Zip code candles. Our brand was inspired by how I met my now husband. He was living in New York and I was in Cali. Inspired by our long distance love story, each candle is named after significant zip codes linking California and New York City. You can customize your candle to commemorate a special zip code that holds personal meaning to you. None of our fragrances contain parabens, phthalates, or endocrine disruptors harmful to your health. We're not just about candles, though. We aim to be your go-to fragrance brand for both personal and home use, seamlessly integrating into your self-preservation journey. Our women linen sprays have quickly become our hero product with an average profit margin of 89.22%. We're steadily improving our offering, and in the upcoming year, we will be launching perfumes. Our target market is busy working-class millennial women who desire a sensory journey in their fragrance experience. We cater to individuals who value self-care and wellness as a necessity, not a luxury. The hype is real. We have been featured on House Beautiful, Tabitha Brown's Very Good Mondays, Travel and Leisure, and Soul Train, just to name a few. You can find us on our e-commerce store, Black and Green, and Candleporium in Atlanta. We're evolving our business model to increase our wholesale presence to 35%, focusing on trade shows and retail partners like 13 Loom. With over 25 years of candle making experience and a background in branding, customer service, and startups, I lead Cali Meets NYC. We're not just a brand. We're a call to prioritize self-care, celebrate love, and savor life's moments. Thank you for being a part of our journey.
All right. Questions. We'll start with Connie this time.
Before Bryce takes my question, yes.
You better not be taking mine. That's all I'm saying.
I'm thinking about it. Okay, well, great job, Melissa.
Thank you.
I do know of you, I must say, but I know that you're great with graphics and design and everything. But I've always been curious of this. I was going to email you and ask you just to see. But what percentage of your budget do you allocate to marketing, and then what's your ROI on that? If you know.
So I have stopped spending on advertising as of this year, but last year it was about 15%.
Okay.
And the return on investment, it was, I don't have that number offhand.
Okay.
I don't have that number offhand, but it's because that I was trying to gain more insight with my emails. So I was making it, gaining more emails than versus buying. So I was trying to get more eyes on the website. If that makes sense.
Sure. No, I completely understand. For sure. Next, let's see. What are the questions that I have? All right. So one of the other questions was, how do you retain your customers? Like besides beyond them having like a single purchase, like what does that look like?
Emails and social media, contacting people. I send thank you emails after every purchase. So you'll receive, if it's your first purchase with me, you'll receive one email. If it's your second purchase with me, you'll receive another email. Then I'm also starting to implement more samples as well.
Oh, nice. And last question, I'm sure it's not Bryce's question. So how do you handle like your pricing strategy to, maintain profitability while also staying competitive? Because I know I don't
Uh,
see a lot of your like, zip code candles, and maybe there are, but I don't know of them. So I just always curious of that.
so my pricing strategy, I have honestly stayed around the same point since the beginning. I've only done a slight increase for my candle tints and then my room sprays, which my room sprays are the highest profit margin product I have. And so what I do is I do 5 times um, my cost of
Okay.
goods
Okay.
to
Okay.
maintain. And I did that from the beginning based on what I wanted the price to be. And then also to, in my mind, I always knew I wanted to be in retail. And I'm like, and I didn't want to do an increase in the future or a huge increase at least.
Mhm. Makes sense. Allowing yourself to grow. So I get it.
Mhm.
All right. Well, that's all that I have. Thank you. Great job.
Thank you.
Sean or Bryce?
So talk to me a little bit about your new market strategies.
Okay, so my new market strategies is to go into retail. I was doing a lot of in-person events. This year, I am transitioning from doing in-person events to scaling online, and it's for a lot of personal reasons. Um, so, full transparency. I am expecting, so I am, thank you.
Congratulations. Very
Thank,
cool.
Yes.
thank you.
Very
Congrats.
cool.
Thank you. So I was kind of struggling with what I wanted the business to be in the future and for this year. So that was kind of the thought that I was leaning towards more retail and then e-commerce instead of in person.
It's so interesting. Thank you for all of these personal insights into you and who you are.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's
Yeah.
such a great way to engage us
Yes.
as business people because we want to know about you as much as we want to know about your business.
Yep.
All of these ultra personal things, like all of us have been through our own stuff, and knowing that other people are going through their stuff and new life events. I mean, it's so great, and it's something
Yeah.
that I've loved in our conversations together.
Thank you.
Just how personal you make what it is you do. Um,
Mhm.
I would say, I think another question I have for you is, since you're reevaluating your strategy based on new life experiences, because I'm doing the same thing with all of my business and my life stuff. Like, what does that look like to you? Like, I guess the specific question is, you're saying e-commerce and retail is going to be your focus. So what is it going to take to reorganize to make that your focus? Like, how are you going to commit your resources?
So we started that last year with planning for strictly e-commerce
Mhm.
and then scaling our retail partnership. So right now, I am working on a box, branding for boxes. As you know, I have spoke before about changing the branding with the boxes, and so working on that, and then also to just adding more resources to marketing online. So changing our whole email process and making that more streamlined.
Do you have financials for, like an actual structure for the financials in terms of getting your e-com presence more established?
I do not, as far you're talking about as far as marketing,
Yep.
I don't at this moment.
Okay, cool. Um, uh, obviously we'll get feedback at the end of this, but if I were changing the structure of how I wanted my company to operate, one of the very first places I would start is creating that budget,
Mhm.
because that will really inform the resources you have and where you're going. But overall, I like the strategy. I love that you're reevaluating in terms of new life circumstances, because guess what, guys? That's all business is. Continuously changing and identifying what you can do and what needs you can meet. Melissa, great to see you again. Thank you.
Great to see you too, Bryce.
Preach, Bryce. I love that. You are so right. Evolving, baby. Baby, we do not stay. No,
Right?
no. Yes.
Right.
Woo, preach, Bryce.
All right, Sean.
Love it.
Just a really quick question, just because I'm not aware, maybe other people are, but as far as the room spray product, what you're saying is your hot product right now. Is it in the same theme as the zip codes with the candles, or is it a different structure?
It is not. So it's just strictly the name of the scent. So all the room sprays also have coordinated candles, but they don't have the zip codes on them.
Okay. Thank you. Great job.
You're welcome. Thanks, Sean.
All right. We will give the judges a couple of seconds and then we'll move to our next contestant.
Excuse me, do you have all my forms?
Yes.
I don't want to be called out.
I have everyone. All right. Next, we have Tiffany Bray, and she is with Tiffany's Luxury Scents. So I will spotlight Miss Tiffany.
Come on, background and
Come on, Miss Tiffany.
Nice. That's really nice.
Hear me? Y'all hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Good morning. My name is Tiffany Bray. I am the owner of Tiffany Luxury Scents. When my son went off to college, I experienced some unwavering emotions that I had not anticipated. I got married when I was 19 years old, and my husband and I had our first child. I was 21, and then we had a second child. So we're a very close-knit family, always together. And I get very emotional when I try to talk about my wife. But we were always together. We always did stuff together. So I never really thought about what it would be like when one of us left. So I was dealing with some emotions. Very, very, very tough time for me. So candles, that's when I turned to making candles, because I was dealing with separation anxiety really bad. And so I turned to candles, started making candles. And once I started making candles, it was what started out as being mixing scents to have a calming environment. It actually turned into a passion. So once it became a passion, I decided that I wanted to share it with other moms or fathers or anybody that was dealing with separation anxiety, because it really helped me. Although I had another child at home, I had to figure out how to become grounded again, because I still had another child at home that needed me, but I was still dealing with the separation anxiety. So many people struggle with stress and restlessness and challenging of just creating a calming and smooth environment in your home after separation anxiety. Most candles are harshly filled with chemicals, as I noticed from getting headaches and different things like that. So I decided when I started mixing candles, I just started studying behind it a lot, like what goes here, what's this, what's that. So once I got it figured out, I offered a hand pour soy candle with a cotton wick clean burn to the public. I also started doing candle pouring classes for other mothers that deal with anxiety separation or any kind of separation, whether it's a child, a divorce, whatever. It was just a way for us to come together and to just have a good time. So that's what we did. Tiffany Luxury Scents, we provide high quality, natural candle like massage candles. We offer the travel size candles. They are very convenient for people. And I also did wickless candles for alternative people that had smaller kids or pets in their home. So we started offering wickless candles.
Time.
So what I do with the building my brand stronger in the community. We do collaborations, we do giveaways. Also, we're currently in 3 market stores where my candles are being sold. We offer subscription boxes that will be starting like this month. So this is our subscription box that we're getting ready. And I do have a big follower, and I have a lot of supporters that support me. So we're looking for that subscription to be, we're looking for that to go off pretty well. A lot of people have recommended and asked Tiffany, why don't you do subscription boxes monthly? And so we're trying to figure out what all that's going to entail other than just candles. So I do offer candles, wax melts, fragrance sprays, and car diffusers at this time. And so what we mostly focus on, but it's not limited to, is parents that deal with separation anxiety. Some of our candles are self-care candles, but of course we have other candles that just smell great. It just sets the vibe in your home. So that's what we mostly focus on. And like I said, we're in 3 retail stores and a spa. So they're doing very well in those stores. I'm rambling now, but I get so emotional. So I just kind of like everything I was going to say kind of went away. But basically, it's just growing the business, scaling the business. And it's more than just candles. So that's why it's called Luxury Scent. What started out as just candles is a scent company. So we're going to be offering perfumes also that we're working on. And these are going to be our perfume bottles that we're kind of working towards. Not really sure when we're going to release them, but we have different ones and getting opinions on those things. So just come along with the journey and help us elevate and watch us elevate, because we're going places with Tiffany Luxury Scents. Thank you.
Good job.
Great job. Great job.
All
Now, guess
right.
what? Now, guess what? You can breathe.
Right?
Okay. Take a breath. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. Hey, these things happen, okay? You understand. One of the things I see, you have some beautiful packaging there. Very cute, very something that I think would stand out on the show. But I do have a quick question if you're able. How did you determine your pricing structure, and how does it compare to your competitors?
Well, actually, I've learned that since being a part of this organization. Just how much it costs for the vessel, just down to the penny. Like Jules say, down to the wick, 1 penny. So I just kind of calculate what it cost me for the wax, what the wig, the vessels, and those things. And then I came down. It takes me about $3.63 to make 1 candle.
Okay. 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 Let's see. I know I had another question.
So my regular candles are $25 right now, and then the wickless candles are $35.
Okay. And how does that how does that go with like how does that match your competitors? Like, are you higher than your competitors, or are you running neck and neck with your competitors, or are you, below your competitors?
I'm a little higher than my competitors.
Okay.
Market stores that I have my candles in, some are the same price as mine and some are less than mine, but I know what I put into my candles, so I'm okay with it being the price that it is because of the value. I know it has value in it.
Okay.
I will say the price is the price. Everybody knows I say it.
Yep. All right. Great job.
Thank you.
So tell me a little bit more about how you connect with your target audience.
Well, what I do emails, but also on Fridays I go live. We have what I call Fun Fact Friday, where I get online and answer any questions that people may have about candles, how to take care of a candle, different terminologies with candles. And I just also give them some fun facts about candles that they may not even ask. So I try to keep my audience engaged by that. I also participate in pop-up shops here in our area. And I'm in LaGrange, Georgia, which is about 45 minutes south of Atlanta. And we have, and I do expand to the Atlanta area. I'm actually from Atlanta. So I do a lot of pop-ups, not a lot, but my goal is to at least do 2 a month because I have an online website and I'm in the market stores. So I just stay connected with them by on Fridays, doing the Fun Fact Fridays and doing emails. Just email them when I have specials or just to let them know what new fragrance is coming out or what we have going on with our organization.
Cool. By the way, I love how well you match your product. It's flawless, and that jacket is beautiful. In terms of how your business operates, tell me a little bit about like where your resources are going and what your intentions are for the next month to a year.
Okay, well, like I said, the next month to a year is to be in retail stores to create our perfume line that we're doing, and I also working on a fabric freshener that I want to add to our line.
Cool. And in terms of resource commitment, is that do you have a budget and or a strategy put together that will allow you to analyze how your performance is going when committing the resources to those areas?
That's something that I am working on. Far as I do have a budget that I operate out of now, but for where it's going, I'm just crunching some numbers. And like my son that actually went off to college, he's a CPA, so he's kind of helping me budget together.
That's so helpful.
Okay.
Letting him go on to college to see what he could be and stop.
Love it. Love it.
Because not only is he a CPA, my daughter, she's 25 and she'll be graduating in May and she'll be a lawyer. So I'll have my contracts together and my CPA. So I guess God had a plan in all of it after all.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. Cool. Thank you.
Thank you.
I don't really have a question. It's just a comment that kids leaving for college is a real thing in terms of separation. Let me tell you, our son Infinite went away to college, and I thought something was wrong with me. I'm like, why? I was sitting around, I was depressed. I felt like a hole, like it was like I felt an empty space. And I just in my mind, I couldn't figure out what it was. And then I realized Infinite's gone. Because we were so involved in his life. He's an athlete. So running him here to there, picking him up, dropping him off, being at the games. We were, parents of the football team. So when he left, there was it was a huge void for me. And I definitely can relate to what you're saying and the feeling of that. And I appreciate you filling that lane and because it's a real thing.
It is. And my son was the same. We were athlete parents. So travel everywhere. So we were always together and it changed the dynamics of our family. Right. It's serious.
For a minute, I was putting a lot of pressure on Nicole to fill that void, which put a little strain on us for a minute because I'm like, okay, what are we gonna do? Like, what are we doing here?
Who are we? You have to figure
right. I had to back up a little bit and try to figure myself out. Right. Well, I appreciate you though. Thank you very much. It was a great presentation.
Awesome. Right. Judges, do we need a little more time or can we go on to our last contestant?
Ooh, last and final.
I should be all caught up. So.
Okay. Yep, I see another one submitted. All right, so we're gonna go ahead. And last but not least, we have the amazing Miss Tonisha Tony Nicole Gaddis of Me Time Coffee.
Hello.
Hello.
All right. Is everyone ready? Nikki, you ready?
Yes, sorry.
Okay. Are you a busy entrepreneurial woman with endless to-do lists, or do you know one, Bryce? Running with no rest in sight, without even a moment to pause for yourself. Well, I am a 19-year service member, second-time business owner, and IFBB professional bodybuilder. So I was too. But hey, y'all, hey, I am now in my me time era, and I want you to join me. Hi, my name is Tony Nicole, and I am the founder of Me Time Coffee, where we empower and encourage busy entrepreneurial women to incorporate daily self-care rituals, which we like to call me time moments, through the use of flavorful coffee and coffee-scented candles. When you think of self-care, you might picture long spa days and 3-day weekends. But as a busy entrepreneurial woman, who has time for all of that? And why wait? At Me Time Coffee, we're here to show you that even 5, 10, or 15 minutes of me time can be a game changer. While other companies use coffee to promote fuel to do more, we at Me Time Coffee want you to think of our coffee and coffee-scented candles as an aid to your me time moments, helping you slow down, rest, and reset. Let's call it pause, sip, and savor. Our specialty coffee, like Vanilla Daydream and Hazelnut Bliss, are crafted to taste as good as they smell, turning your coffee break into a me time moment. Pairing our candles with our best, the Perfect Cup coffee scented candle, designed to transform your space into a cozy retreat. And guess what? Because I know how busy you are, we also offer bundles, so you can get everything you need in one simple package for $54.99. Okay, I know you want to see the numbers. Me Time Coffee is still a fairly new business. We launched November 15th, 2024, which gave us only 45 days in quarter four. Yet, when we compare our quarter four numbers to the first 30 days of quarter one, we have already seen a 26% increase in gross sales and a 64% increase in orders. And guess what? We're just getting started. To continue our reach, we have several in-person events lined up to include pop-up markets on February 7th and our first candle making class February 9th. We're also strengthening our social media presence with initiatives like Me Time Mornings on Mondays to foster deeper connections. Because Me Time Coffee isn't just a luxury, it's a necessity. And we're here to help you reclaim your time. Thank you.
I loved it. Reclaim your time.
Oh, I love that merch. I love the merch. I love it.
Fabulous, fabulous.
All right. Let's start with Sean this time. Mix it up.
Oh, hey,
Yeah.
hey, what's up? I like that picture behind you. That looks like the same hands on the insert. Am I right about that?
Yes. What's crazy is I never looked at the picture when we built it, but I knew what I wanted it to embrace. I wanted that holding the cup to feel warm,
Yeah.
like a hug, because I think of my coffee as a hug in a cup.
That's awesome. That's really nice. I don't really have any questions. I didn't know that you were your business was fairly new. Just from knowing you or hearing you and Nicole, I felt like this was a seasoned brand that's been around a while. So I don't really have any questions as far as that. The bundles, that the bundle is the one candle and the coffee. Is that what the bundle is?
Yes. Any
Okay.
flavor coffee plus our signature candle. And then we also offer bundles per seasonal collection. Like we just launched our Valentine's Day collection. So there's bundles inside of that as well.
And for your shipping on the bundles, how does that work?
My shipping is free shipping for everything. It's included in the price.
Gotcha. Okay.
Uh-oh, I see a spark of what? Free shipping?
All right. Miss Connie, any questions?
Sweet. I have 5 questions, and every time I'm like, yep, I'm gonna ask this one. You answered it. So I can you come back to me? Give me 1 minute. Let me see what else I have. But for the most part, like honestly, like I was going to ask the questions and you gave the numbers, and then you answer all my questions, honestly. Go ahead, Bryce. Fill in for
So
me.
this was a great business pitch. It was, this is one of those concepts that the way you're framing it sounds original to me. I've seen lots of coffee products over the years. So obviously it's one of those things that when I hear coffee candle, I'm like, oh, let's see what this is. And, I loved that you introduced us to the product and gave us a engaging by using my name, but gave us a really engaging pitch. Like that was super exciting. It's great that you got into the numbers without complicating things. That's always something that in a business pitch gets really difficult. Because you want to give it information, but you don't want to overload with information. So overall, you had a great arc to this. I would be really excited. I think my primary question is, how are you connecting with the audience you're trying to engage with? Because you have a great product, a great concept, and a great idea. Now, how do you meet your customers?
So that's right now, that is my number one focus is community engagement. As of
It
right
sounds
now,
like it.
I'm sorry?
It sounds like it.
Yes, because I am that woman. I thought about it, as a busy entrepreneurial woman. 9 times out of 10, most of us either have other businesses, we work a 9 to 5, and we are always busy, but we never take time out for ourselves. We're always doing so much for other people. So one of the things that I started incorporating was the me time mornings, and I did one, and it came off very well. So I'm going to start basically doing that every Monday, and the idea of that is to build up. So I started with 15 seconds, and every week we're going to add 15 seconds where we sit down, we sip the coffee or tea. I will be incorporating tea soon. And we just sit and breathe. The goal is to not take me time out to prepare for your business, to journal, to do any of that. That market's covered. The goal is to learn how to relax and be with you and not think. And in addition to that, I have a Facebook group where we are currently going into week 3 of our challenge, where we're building upon 5 steps to incorporate daily me time. And we're doing it together without adding more to your plate. So step 1 was finding a time of day that works for you. Step 2 was creating a space. I have a corner over here with my big fluffy couch. So it's just building upon that time of how you can incorporate time that you already have, whether it is morning, midday, or evening. My love for coffee was how I started the business, and the ambiance is candles got added to the mix like right before I launched, and I learned how to make them. Because that environment, that ambiance of pairing your coffee with your candle, and most people do use coffee as fuel, but I love a cup of coffee before I go to sleep because I love the warmthness of it. So that's how I want to engage with the community, is something that we already have a lot of stuff going on, but how can we just sit down without doing? And I think that as women, busy women specifically, we struggle with sitting down but not doing.
It's so great. In answering that question, I heard you identify an additional source of revenue and a growth strategy. Love it. Love it. Love it. Cool.
I was thinking that too. I was like, man,
Yeah,
I was
right?
ready to ask a question. Yeah. I was thinking, I was getting ready to say that. Then she says it. Then I'm like, okay, because when Bryce said, well, how do you connect with the customers? And then I'm thinking, like, what other things do you do? And then you said, oh, I'm going to have a candle pouring class, and then I'm going to have this meetup in February. And it's like, wait a minute, girl, hold on. Let me ask my questions first. But great job. But I do want to know, have you explored, I know you're fairly new still, but have you explored any strategic partnerships or collaborations to expand your market reach?
Yes. This weekend coming up, my first candle making class is inside of a coffee shop, and it's up the street from my house. And they actually discussed me having a shelf for my candles. Obviously, because they're a coffee shop, I won't be selling my coffee there. For that, that's one of the aspect or one of the areas that I'm looking into, as well as with coffee. I have some emails ginned up. I plan to locally in the community start with going to new upcoming hotels and offering samples. I just got my samples in, and offer
Okay.
things like that. So I do want to partner,
Nice.
and I do have my first ambassador. And that's kind of how I worked on narrowing down to busy entrepreneurial women,
Mhm.
because inside of that, my goal is to have one girl into fitness or a lady in fitness, one single mom, one spouse, you know, for them to still stay up under busy entrepreneurial women, but they can hit those target markets. So I'm not over the place, because I do have a fitness community, on my other page, but I don't want to incorporate too many things. So I'm going to use her as an entrepreneur, but she's into fitness to reach out to them.
Yeah, well, I think you're honestly on a, right track. Great job. I'm not into coffee. My husband is. However, I love the smell of it. And just because I am the person that you are describing, even though won't drink it, I'm still interested, if that makes sense. So
Yes,
you're, it's still, yeah. So it still speaks to me, even though, yeah, it still speaks to me, even though I'm not a drinker. I'm definitely a sniffer. So great job. Thank you.
Thank
I
you.
did have one other question. As far as the coffee, I mean, I know you're not obviously growing beans in your backyard. So is it Me Time branded wholesale that you're purchasing, or how's that? How's that?
My roaster is in Temecula, California. So they roast the coffee for me. It's roasted, packaged, and shipped fresh to order. So when you order it, that's when they roast it individually and package it to you. So I'm responsible for creating the labels, updating the labels, and requesting the new coffees for the season.
Awesome. That must have been fun testing that. I would have loved. I'm a volunteer being a tester anytime you want.
As of right now, I am working with testing tea, and I have 25 teas that I'm testing. So I will add you to the tea testing. And there's also, if anyone didn't know, there's a coffee tea. If you've never had it, it's amazing. It's a tea, but it tastes
Wow.
like coffee.
Wow.
Sounds interesting.
Amazing.
Yeah, sounds like it smells good.
Did you say you're a former service member?
I am currently in the military.
You are? Which branch?
I'm in the Marine Corps. I've been
Thank you for your service.
Yes, thank you.
My sister's Navy, my brother-in-law's Marine, my grandfather's Marine, my other grandfather's Air Force. So got it all covered.
My brother's Marine. Yep.
Yeah. Well, thank you for your service.
Thank you.
I can see a go-getter in you.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You said you're in the fitness. You got guns? Can I see a gun or?
You're right.
Season right now, but I'm
prepared.
Okay. I'm prepared to compete at the end of this year.
Very nice. Very nice.
Nice. Great
Thank
job.
you for the personal insights into your life as well. That was also very engaging.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Very.
No, Brycia scared me when I saw everyone get online. I was like, oh my God, my first line says busy entrepreneurial women. I gotta fix it. I gotta fix it.
Last minute changes. I love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
You know how to pivot quickly.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Very cool.
All right. So great job, everybody. Y'all did amazing.
Great job.
Amazing. We just have a couple more to tally up, and then we will announce the winner after any feedback from any of the coaches on either of the presenters. We can start back if you like. We can start with Alicia. Any feedback?
Alicia, where's she? Oh yeah, no,
I can spotlight her again. Hold on.
No, she's good. I'm familiar with her.
Jules, is there a way to access the forms that I've submitted?
I don't. I think you would have had to ask for a copy of it. But you know what I can do? I can read it off for you.
Yeah, we can do that. It'll help me remember each one.
Yes.
Because I was filling them out as we went. And I do have to run to a trade show very soon.
Okay.
So, but I really want to give everybody feedback and ample time.
So maybe you should go first.
You
Then,
should
Bryce.
go first then,
Yeah.
Bryce. You
Cool.
yeah, let me
Go ahead, Bryce.
I'm
Take
on
it
it.
away.
I'm on it. I'm on it.
Now, if you steal my stuff, Bryce,
I know.
steal my we're going to have to talk.
I will leave you with more questions than answers, I promise.
Okay. Okay.
all right, let me go back, Bryce, to yours. Okay. So I know for Alicia, when we talked about clarity and structure. So Bryce, you had great pitch and knowledge of the business, confidence in the structure, more detail on the event itself, and cost would help from the business perspective.
Mhm. So
Go ahead.
yeah, that gives me enough to remember. So you'll see
Mhm.
all the scores on that. So Alicia, you had a great pitch. You had great information. You had great knowledge of your business and what you can do. From my perspective, it would be awesome if you could use examples in your pitch so that there are very clear ways for us to imagine how that could help our business. If you are doing a pitch to investors, really getting into the nitty gritty of, what your financial structure looks like, what the profitability looks like, and how your company would benefit from an investment, but how it's going to benefit the investors as well. Pitching your idea, this was great. So now from the business side of things, when you're thinking about, going out and pitching to other businesses who are looking to buy, make sure you give them a really solid perspective on what your service is and what your company can do for them. I felt like you touched on that, but something with more examples, something with more numbers would really help me on my side of things if I had a business that was looking at your services or looking to engage my team. Having something concrete to refer to would kind of elevate my ability to understand exactly what your company does. I appreciate the idea and the concept. It's going to be for you a lot of connection and figuring out how to reach your target audience. So, I think what you want to do is identify the specific businesses you're going after, and then make all of your decisions in getting those businesses on board. That's really going to help your company in terms of growth.
Thank you, Bryce.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. All right, who was second?
You had, I'm going through your form order. So the next one you submitted was for Kristen. And you had keep refining, defining, and delivering. Find more originality and really speaking to the consumer will be very important. And then I'm gonna go ahead and.
Can I see a face again?
Yes,
perfect.
there she goes.
Perfect. All right, so Christian, I love your pitch. I got to know you, your brand. When giving business pitches, one of the primary drivers for getting businesses on board, getting retailers on board, and getting even just consumers on board is by speaking directly to them. In terms of engagement, understanding that we are people sitting on the other side too, making a really personal connection is going to be very important, especially if it's through a screen. It's why I was saying that when the BCMC has their in-person events, like that's a great time to go and interface with people. But it's much harder to do it through the screen. So if you are going to give a pitch, definitely type something out, like have notes ready, have something to refer to, but try not to read a business pitch because then it just kind of feels like a narration. And in terms of a narration, I can go to websites, I can go to social media, like I can refer to other things. But when speaking directly to investors, retailers, things like that, just make sure that you are identifying who you're talking to and speak directly to them. It doesn't have to be perfect. It never does. Like I say almost everything I do is off the cuff. But I know who I'm talking to when I'm talking to them. But overall, I really liked your pitch. I think you can get more into the strategy. I think you can get more into your delivery and, make it more personal for us. But overall, thank you for giving us the insights into your brand. And I think that you have a good, solid foundation. Now it's just more about really getting those connections developed and people interested in what you're doing.
And then we will do, I know Caitlin has an event, so let's do Caitlin next so she can, because she's actually at an event. So
Great.
let me do Caitlin.
Oh my gosh, your pitch was so much fun. It was engaging. It was exciting. When you were done pitching, I wanted to know more. So, in terms of a business pitch, always make sure that you are both delivering your story, that you're engaging your audience, but also make sure that you're giving enough in terms of numbers for someone in a business position to understand what it is you're doing, how you're allocating your resources, and it's a delicate balance because again, you don't want to give too much business information, but you want to give enough so that we can see a direction for your company. But overall, it was a really great pitch. I felt very engaged, and I felt like I knew you as a person in addition to your product. So well done.
Thank you so much. Mhm.
And do we want to coach Sean and then Connie to give feedback? And then we can give hers all at one time.
I thought it was amazing, and like Bryce, I had more questions. Like I wanted to know more. I thought it was energetic. Like I could feel it. I felt like I was talking to a friend. Like we were just chit chatting, and it was comfortable. It made it easy to listen to. I understood. Like it was a very great pitch. I really liked it, and the fact I feel like you're moving in the right direction. You're scaling, like Connie says. I think you're scaling perfectly, and I like the vision I like the vision.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, so let me get you out of here. You did an amazing job. You answered the questions that that were really important. That goes beyond the product, which is something that most times we don't really look at, but it is something that can make or break a business. So, great pitch overall, very engaging. You were talking about your grandfather, right?
Correct.
Was that you? Okay, because you know why? When I looked at you, I felt like I was talking to my grandfather's other granddaughter. Okay, that's how good the pitch was. So I can appreciate that. Great job. Continue to work those numbers. Work them to you so they cannot be worked anymore. Turn them inside out. If you ever need any help in that arena, you can always feel free to reach out. I don't charge. Yeah, I don't charge for stuff like that because it's like, listen, that's how you know somebody wants to be really serious about their businesses when they care about the numbers first and then the product second, because that matters. So thank you. Great job.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Okay, I know Bryce, I'm gonna put Jazz up. I've got hers from your sheet. And so Bryce had be yourself, find your purpose, and engage people who can identify with you and your mission.
Yeah. Overall, very professional pitch. I could see your company. So you gave us a good vision there. What I would like to see more from you is more of your personality, more of your engagement, more of who you are. When you are the face of your brand, so if you're going out and you're giving a business pitch, we have to identify with you as much as we do with your company. If someone else is the face of your brand, then we need to identify with them in addition to your company. Overall, I really enjoyed getting to know who or what your company is. I also want to know who you are. I would say if I were sitting across a desk from you, like I would be like, oh, she's got her business together. But when it comes to understanding why it is you're doing what you're doing, make sure you drive that home. You know, what do I want to say here? I felt like there's a personal connection that if you really work on developing, both with your company and with anyone you're pitching to, it'll give us a really well-rounded view of why you do what you do. So overall, very interesting, very engaging, very professional. Now work on your delivery like you're speaking to friends in business pitches. It always gives the person on the other side much more calm, much more ease, and much more confidence that they are going to be working with someone they really like. Overall, great. But that I want to know you. I really want to know you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We're going through Bryce's first real quick. So Charlene, I've got your form up. And Bryce, you had so much room to grow and find people who will be your cheerleaders. Be who you want to be and take your message forward. Find more ways to talk about your business as a whole in your pinch financial structure and operations.
Yeah, I mean, so overall, we got to know your product. We got to know why you're doing what you do. Again, when it comes to business pitches, it's engagement, engagement, engagement. We have to be excited about your product like you're excited about your product. We have to know your business like you know your business. Definitely speaking to the business side of things. Strategy is very, very important. It looks like my computer is going to die. I need to find a charger really fast. But when it comes to doing a business pitch, make sure you walk in with the idea that it's already sold. Make sure you're walking in with confidence that who you're speaking to are the people that you want to be speaking to, that your business wants to be speaking to, and that your product is going to wind up on the shelves of. I think that if you can bolster your presence, like especially virtually, I'm sure in person it's different as it is for everyone. But looking at us as your friends sitting across from you, and not just as business people sitting across from you, really will help us identify with you and your business. So I think you have a lot of room to grow in the pitching department. But I do believe that you have a love for your business. So like that was something I felt. Now work on the business side of things, like help us to understand your strategies, help us to understand your product. Thank you for putting it in front of us. I'm going to grab the charger while we move on to the next person. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Do Sean or Connie want to give some while Bryce gets his cord? While we have Charlene up.
Yeah, you did a great job by this being your first pitch. You obviously, like Bryce said, you do have room to grow. The main thing is, you know, the confidence, regardless if it's your first time, you know, you want to always come in there like, okay, so when will you guys be depositing the you know, the prize? You know, even if you're nervous, just still come there. Okay, I'm coming to collect what's mine. Okay. But and then being confident on everything, like not just one thing, you know, your story, but then make sure that, like Bryce said, the business side of things, you want to be able to tell us, margins, and you want to be able to convey those things to us so that we can see if you're serious. Because one of the things that we look at the most is if you're serious, and we could tell if you're doing it just to be doing it, or we could tell that you're like, no, listen, there is nothing that you cannot tell me about my business that I don't already know. Okay, so you have to be the subject matter expert in this, period. So just take that with you. Great job on this being your first pitch, and you have many more pitches to grow. And again, walk in there like you just coming to collect what's yours. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I kind of mirror the same thing as Bryce and Connie. It's the confidence for me. It's hard to your first pitch. It's tough. It's scary, But I love the fact that you stepped up and you stepped up well. Like you were in there doing it. It didn't sound to me. It sounded really good. Like for a first pitch, I've heard some first pitches that nowhere near where you are. You know what I mean? For a first pitch,
Yeah.
it was
Yep.
pretty amazing, and I love the story. I love the backstory. I love everything that you provided. And again, I think it's just gonna get better and better
Yep.
each time you do
Yep.
it. You got a great foundation.
Just like fine wine.
Yep.
It's better with time.
Right. I have
Thank you all.
Bryce's. You're welcome. Thank you. All right, Melissa, I'm going to give Bryce's. Let me spotlight. And Bryce, you have great pitch, refined strategies, and budgetary elements, and keep it up. Great to see you.
Yep. So Melissa, thank you so much for your pitch. Obviously, I know your company. Obviously, we've had conversations about your product, your direction, who you are as a person. Thank you so much for sharing all of those personal insights into who you are as a person. I know that that's a big driver for your brand, your relationships. You shared your struggle. That is something very personal, and I admire when people share their struggles, because all of us have them, all of us. It helps me to identify with you as a person. It helps me to identify with your brand. And then obviously I love that you are pivoting based on life circumstances. It means that you have a dynamic element to who you are as a person, but that you also can meet your business's needs. That from a business perspective is very refreshing, and it helps me to understand from a business person standpoint how we can work together. Overall, I thought it was a great business pitch. I loved all of the personal stuff you shared. I loved, that you have strategies for everything moving forward. It was a great pitch, and great to see you again. Really, really, really well done.
Thank you so much, Bryce. Great to see you too.
And Bryce's next person was Miss Tiffany. And Bryce says, love the ideas, build and execute strategies for proper resource allocation.
So, Tiffany, I love your setup. I love the aesthetic of the brand. I think overall, you had a good pitch. I would like to see in your future pitches a little bit more of like an arc to how you deliver everything. I didn't get a lot of your strategies, like they didn't land with me. And perhaps it's a combination of where they were placed in the pitch, like in relation to the way you were delivering things. I really appreciated that it wasn't a read script. Like I always tell people, when you're walking into a pitch, make sure you understand what it is you're going to say, but don't read from anything. And I really appreciated that you didn't just read from a script. Because it helped me to connect with you personally. Again, thank you for sharing your struggles. Thank you for sharing your personal elements. And I like that you do have a direction for your company. So I want to know more about those strategies. I want to know more about your budget allocation. I want to know more about your resources and what it is you're doing to really get your brand in front of people. It helps me understand from a business perspective what it is you do, where it is you're going, and how you're building that direction. So overall, good pitch. But in future business pitches, try to develop a little bit more of an arc to things, because I think it'll really help land some of the points you made, because you did make some excellent points about your business. But I felt like some of them were misplaced, so they didn't hit exactly, I think, the way you intended. But overall, good pitch.
Thank you. Can't hear you.
Last we have Tony, so let me spotlight for Bryce. Great pitch, well-rounded and thought out, engaging and informative. Love the strategy, execute and analyze. You got this.
All right, Tony. Guys, my overall winner today would probably be Tony. I have to say, you have had an excellent business pitch. It was well-rounded, well thought out. It was informative. It gave numbers without getting overwhelming. It gave strategy. You have new markets. You have a great idea. You have ways you want to connect. You told us about new revenue sources and the direction you were moving and how you were going to be getting there. Your company would be a company that, from a business perspective, I would want to know more about. I'd want to sit down with you and say, okay, so like, this is your strategy. Let's really dig into those numbers. So I think as long as you have a well-rounded business plan, and if you are a service member, it's nothing but planning and executing. I think that you can definitely take this concept forward. I think you have identified who your target market is and how to connect with them. You directly connected with us and me in your pitch, which is great. Always a good thing to do. Overall, I just felt like if of all the pitches today, there was one that really resonated and was super memorable. You really nailed it. Obviously there's always room to grow. There's always places to get better and improve. No one is ever perfect. And that's something to drive home. No one is ever perfect. But you had a great pitch. I absolutely would love to see where your business goes, who you're connecting with, how you're doing it, and what your strategies are moving forward. So just keep developing the business side of things. You got this.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Thank you, Bryce. We'll go back around, but I know you have to go, Bryce, so we appreciate your time. We appreciate it all. Yes.
Guys, I am on my way to Shop Object here in New York. It is a premiere gift show. So, again, going back into the industry. It's a little less involved than I have been for the last 18 years, but it's kind of cool just to be able to go and see all of these products that people are putting out there. They're doing the exact same thing you are. This is how people find audiences. They go out, they connect, they put their product in front of people, they change what doesn't work, and they keep what does. guys, I appreciated all of your strategies, or I mean, all of your pitches so much, all of them. Thank you for your time this morning. It's so great to see people doing what they love and getting out there. It really excites me. And I am so grateful to the BCMC for inviting me to do this morning. I really wish you all the best. Great job, guys. It was tough to pick out a winner, but my scores are in, so I can't wait to see who it is that takes home the prize. But I believe that all of you have potential. So keep going, keep it up, keep with the BCMC. Go to Houston. Make sure you are at that event. I've been at one of them so far. I couldn't make last summer's, but hope to.
But you'll be at this one.
I hope to be at this one. Absolutely. Absolutely. So, guys, congratulations. Jules, thank you so much. BCMC,
You're
thank you
welcome.
so much.
Thank you.
It was great to see you all.
You too. See
Bye,
you later, man.
Bryce. Thank
Thank you,
you.
Bryce.
Great advice. All right. So we will go back because I want to make sure everyone gets feedback from the judges. And then after that, we will announce the winner. I think everything is calculated. And so I will spotlight Alicia again. And we could start with Coach Sean and then Coach Connie.
Alicia, you already know. I loved it. Just to full transparency, Alicia and I met a couple of times prior to this to help her hone her pitch. And I offered, if you guys wanted to work with me prior to, if you wanted to just get my feedback, that you can reach out to me and I'm happy to help. Alicia did that. And I really love the pitch from where we started earlier in the week to now. Tremendous growth, tremendous growth. It was professional. I mean, I love the way you talked. You spoke really well. Like Bryce said, I would have liked, and I think I told you this, a little more descriptive in terms of what you're gonna do. I like that you added, the people you're targeting. I think that was one of the things we talked about. So I thought it was really great all around. And good job. You looked really comfortable and relaxed because the other couple of days ago you were nervous, but you looked good. You did a great job.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Coach Connie.
I'm sorry, I thought we was doing the Bryce thing again. That's why I'm going through all that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. Oh wait.
Let me add Alicia.
Oh, I'm sorry.
All right.
All right. Alicia, I think I've seen you at what'd you guys do? The BCMC, you had a cohort. I think it was in the first cohort. Yep, first cohort. Yeah. Okay. So I know a little bit about you and I knew a little bit about what you were doing. I would say the pitch to me was great. I think that the presentation was spot on. I think your energy was spot on. You're not like a super hype kind of person anyway, from what I could tell. So I already knew what to expect, right? But aside of that, I just want to talk about the thinking beyond the product, right? Focus on financial sustainability, scalability, and long-term viability, right? So that's going to be for everybody. I'm going to give you just a little bit about the pitch, but more so about the other things because I know that can make or break a business. So basically, just focusing on like your revenue model, just walking through your revenue streams, how you're going to generate income, because I know besides the actual mobile experiences, I know you're probably going to add some additional things. So I want you to like kind of think about what that looks like and how you'll present that. And then going through the different channels just to see what works and what's more viable. You might think, just bringing your experience is one thing, but maybe bringing your experience and an additional product may be something that, could be lucrative for you. So just focusing on those. And again, I'm going to tell everybody this. I'm available if you guys want to reach out to me just to work your numbers. As Sean would say, full transparency. Listen, I don't play. So we're not, oh, I don't know what this is. I think this might be. No, we're going to make sure that you have everything you need to be successful, because at the end of the day, that's what you want to be. So great job.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
All right. So next we have, let me make sure the next person, Charlene. Hold on.
We did Charlene. Oh, I did Charlene. Connie didn't do Charlene. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, I did it. Oh, I sort of did. I
Did
did.
no, y'all did y'all do feedback for
Bryce and
Charlene?
I did
Yeah, they
Charlene because
did.
he
I
went to
think
get his
Oh,
plug.
so it's just Connie needs to do it then. Okay.
Oh, again, listen, honey, I can give you everything you need. Remember, I told you when you step into the room, when you're doing pitches, I know it's kind of unsettling, kind of make you uncomfortable. But again, walk in the room like you just coming to collect what's yours. Okay. You want to make sure that, again, I'm always going to talk about finances. And I know most of the BCMC team knows, but my husband is also a loan officer. So, there are things that I know that can may help you if you ever need it. And chances are, if you're doing things the way that you should be doing them, it's okay if you need to get finances from somewhere else, okay? Because bootstrapping is not always comfortable for everybody. I know that is our story when we start, but that should not be our legacy. Okay, so remember to focus on your revenue, see what it costs, make sure you're focusing on your COGS and making sure that you're pricing accordingly. You want to make sure that we're not pricing just to say, hey, well, I know in my state they will only pay $20 for this. And don't base it off that. Base it off the raw numbers. That way you can see where there's potential for growth, adjustments, and everything else. So again, just make sure that you stay confident. Again, this was your first one. You did great. There are going to be many more. You're going to do better. You're always going to find something, like I think Bryce said, there's no perfect pitch. You're always going to find something where you say, I should have did that. I should have did that. But it doesn't matter. You did exactly what you were supposed to do to receive the feedback that you were supposed to receive. So again, great job. You're very welcome.
Okay. Next we have Chris Marie for her feedback.
Hey, Chris Marie. Oh, go ahead, Connie. I'm sorry.
No, I'm gonna add both of you.
Oh,
There we go.
Oh, okay, Chris Marie. You know what? I liked your pitch again. Like I said earlier to Alicia, I didn't really consider you to be like too up there, but I felt you when you were talking. I understood what you were saying, and even when I asked you about your pricing and things like that, you were able to speak to that. So I am glad that this is just not something that you're selling candles, but you're also thinking about the other side of things. If you haven't already, I would encourage you to work on your 12 to 24-month goals, and then also determining what that looks like, how you plan on setting a goal, and how you plan on achieving the goal. And then if you don't achieve the goal, what should you do next time to do that? A lot of times we as business owners, we tend to what? We tend to just think in the moment, especially small business owners when we're marketing, we're production, we're CEO and all of that. That's what we think about. But there is joy and there is accomplishment in going further out to 12 to 24 months. So that's something that I would like you to work on, because I know that you're already there, determining your numbers as you continue to grow. Overall, great job. Keep it going. You know exactly what you need to do. Just make sure that you continue to do it on a daily basis. And if you can't get to a daily, every other day, work on your finances, make sure that they are where they need to be. And again, if you need me, I am available. Great job.
Yeah. So, Chris Marie, I like I said, I'm familiar with your products. I already kind of pretty much gave you my feedback, but I think, like I said, I all the chandlers that Nicole and I know, or Nikki and I know, I buy a lot of candles. Yours is on my table here, so I definitely am into your product. And just knowing you from the cohort, I just think a little more like you know this product. So you don't have to read anything. Just be yourself and deliver. To me, you are in the upper echelons of people in terms of the business and the product as far as the cohorts were concerned. So I personally have a lot of expectations from you because I know you can bring it. So great job with the pitch. Like I said, you don't have to read because you already know all of this stuff, and keep it going.
And you got to, Sean, I know you talked about her candle. You got to get her incense.
Oh, I
If
don't.
you
Do
haven't
we have
tried them
incense,
yet,
babe?
you need to get some.
Okay. No, we
Alicia,
have some
on it-
incense.
we
Do we
have
have
them.
Oh,
them?
yeah, I'll have them.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
there's some incense over there. I haven't lit one yet, but we have a couple packs over there. Yeah. All right.
I
So
think we
try
bought
some
like
today.
6 packs from the sale or something like that.
Okay. Okay. Got you.
Try them. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys.
You're welcome.
Next, we have Justina.
And your incense smell amazing.
Let me add spotlight. There we go. Start with.
Oh, me. Okay.
Yeah.
Hello. Hey, so what's your name? What when you said your name, what did you say? What's your name?
Justina. Justina
Okay.
Featherstone.
Okay, first of all, I love the name, honey.
Thank you.
I'm Justine Featherstone, honey. I love that. I love that. And you started with that, and I thought that that was great. I did see a lot of confidence in your pitch. I did see a lot of you're really poised in the pitch, right? So I saw that, but I also see that there are other things besides that. You know, give us a little more of you. You are poised, and that's great, but you also have a great personality, I can tell. So I would like to see that more come out in the pitch. A lot of times when pitches, we like to connect to the person. And then we want to see the person, then we want to see how much they really know and care for their brand. The other thing is besides that, and besides the product, one of the things I had questions I had was, do you have a financial buffer for unexpected costs, which are supply chain issues, material price increases? Only because small disruptions, you know, they can hurt a business if they're not financially prepared. So that's something that if you don't already have that, I want you to start looking at. You were pretty great with your numbers, so I figured that's just going to be another notch on your belt. Just making sure that you have that. And then suppliers, we talked about that a little bit about being suppliers being dependent on one supplier. We just want to make sure that you have multiple. If not, if you don't, that's something that you can take a look at to have your business thrive. I'm only speaking from experience in that when our brand was featured in Oprah's magazine, I had one supplier at the beginning, and then once it hit Oprah, that one supplier couldn't supply me at first, and yeah, that doesn't look too well. So we learned firsthand what that does to you, and you know that leaves you with a 2,000 person waiting list for your product because of that. So I always encourage people, anything I tell you, I'm going to tell you because I learned from experience. I didn't just read it out of a book. So trust me when I say that. So I want that to be something that you work on too. Other than that, great, great, great. You were very on point, and I loved your pitch and your product. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So I thought it was very refined. I thought it was very professional. I loved your delivery. I like the eye contact you did. You were looking down, but you made sure that you connected back to the audience. I noticed that. I picked up on that, and I loved it. I love the history you provided. Bryce asked the question, and you gave us some backstory about being a kidpreneur. I think that I don't know if all that information is on your website, but I think that should be, prevalent in terms of your history because it's very interesting. Um, as far as the product, I love dessert candles. So I think making sure that you stay creative and make sure that your product stands out is important in that dessert product lane, because I know it's a lot of people in that lane. So you just want to make sure you stay creative and unique, and I think you'll go a long way.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that.
think next we have, I know Caitlin sent me a message. She said she's listening, she's here, so I'm going to add her to the spotlight. Oh, I don't think I can because I think her but y'all can go ahead and give her feedback because her
I think we did.
oh, there we go. There we go. Yeah, but when your camera's not on, you can't spotlight.
I think we did.
But she just did y'all do Caitlin?
Yeah,
Yep.
'cause we had to-
Y'all all did Caitlin? Okay, okay. All right, Caitlin. I think I remember y'all did that one, Bryce. Next is Melissa. All right.
Oh, there she is.
Yeah, Melissa. She already knows that. And honestly, you guys, we do not know each other outside of this. I promise you. But when she was in the first cohort, I was just like, "Come on, Melissa." Okay, she really listen. Melissa had it together. Okay, I really enjoy her pitch this time, and I feel like your numbers are great. And I know you have a little concern about the increase and all of that, but number one, I want to say you can always take a look back and see if you need to increase. I know if you haven't increased since the beginning, I would say that it's time to take a look to see what you need to do, because I know that supplies have not stayed the same since, previous. And I'm glad to see that you are evolving. That is something that a lot of us sometimes in the candle world are scared to do, because you're just not sure how your audience will accept you, even though you do a rollout. You give us a little time to accept it, but sometimes it's really slow in picking up and really attaching to that product. So kudos for to that portion. Again, you already know how I feel about the financial portion. I won't drive it into you, but you already know that you can contact me if you ever need me. I know you're going to do great. I know the designs are going to be great. You already got that in the bag. You know how much I'm always rooting for Cali Meets NYC. So great job.
Thank you. And I will contact you.
Yes.
So Melissa, you already know I love you. Again, of the candles I have in my collection, yours are there, and we definitely. I think I've pretty much used yours. It's gone, so we might have to re-up. But I've always one of the things I always love about you is your consistency and your evenness. I think the only time I've ever seen you come out of character was at the ball when you jumped up and cried when you won. I think I was like, "Look at Melissa, hey!" But it was so exciting to see because you're so even keeled and steady, which is important from a business owner, in my perspective, so that people, you don't get too high, you don't get too low, you stay even, and that's important. So I definitely love that about you. You're refined, you're professional, and your product, the way you're transitioning to other items to stay consistent, I love it. The room sprays is a great idea. Congratulations on the baby. I hope it doesn't take you away too much.
Thank you. It's going to take me away from the convention, but
That's okay.
it's a good reason. Good reason. So,
she'll be there in spirit.
August 22nd.
Yeah. Little one's gonna take it. I'm hoping to maybe see some kind of baby line or something incorporated in the business. That'll be cute.
I'm thinking I have a lot of ideas.
Great job, though.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, we have Tiffany. All right, there she goes. Okay.
I was a crybaby. I lost everything. Go ahead and give me your feedback.
No, it's not even like that. Trust. Listen, it's okay. We understand that those things happen. I would tell y'all a story, but BCMC, who's attended my classes, you guys know my story and how I cry. So listen, I don't fault you for it. All I want to say is just make sure that you start to rehearse that portion, right? So not rehearse as in you being phony, but rehearse so that you know when to pull it together and just keep going. Again, you want to make sure that you create an outline, like I know Bryce said, create that outline for what you're going to say in your speech so that it flows, and make sure that you know your business in and out, not just saying like, I know, my customers will like the, and okay, come on now. Okay, so let's go back to the beginning. So let's practice getting our, emotions together. It's okay to have emotions. We are human. We have those, right? But in the moment, just make sure that you're able to speak on it. And if you get that little thing in your throat, swallow that thing and keep going, because at the end of the day, we come here to take care of business. We can cry later, trust me. I would say also, I want you to, I don't know how comfortable you are with your numbers. I know your son is a CPA, which is so awesome. Oh my gosh, saves you so much money. Okay. But I want you to be able to know your numbers, even without son, right? I want you to be able to look and see if you get a 45-pound box of wax. I want you to be able to tell us how many candles you can get out of that, right? I want you to be able to tell me what does it cost you per unit. I want you to be able to, if I say, oh, that perfume that you're working on, how much does it cost per unit? I want you to know everything down to the penny, because it does show that you are just more than I have a product. You make sure that you have a business and you know what that is. And if anybody asks you any questions, you're able to say, okay, yeah, I have that. I know that. And then that makes you more confident, right? And then also too, because I know you went over your time a little bit. You probably didn't see you went over your time. You just saw everybody's face. It was like, oh, did you know she went over her time? But I'm just going to be transparent. Make sure you're in a place where you can hear really well, and that you're like, when somebody says time, that you stop, because it could possibly throw you out of the competition. Like they might say, hey, you went over your time, so number one, you're not paying attention. So that's a business owner who's not paying attention, or that's a business owner that can't take constructive criticism. And we know that's not you. You have a great personality. I love the product. The hair is everything. Is that hair what you started with? Are you a stylist?
I'm actually a photographer. I've been a photographer for 14 years. So that's what I do. And I just started doing candles. It's only been about a year.
Okay. Well, see, and you're learning, but to be here, what you have in your product offerings in a year, that's amazing. We just want to make sure that you're making money. I want to have to show up in your state to make sure that you're making money. Okay. So perfect. Outfit, hair, everything. Just make sure that you're more focused and you're able to gather those emotions as needed. But otherwise, you did good. Is this your first pitch?
Yes. And
okay.
Last night was my first time I seen the email that we were pitching this morning. So I was just like trying to get all over. So short enough, that was my fault, because the email went to my spam. I wasn't prepared. I just said, but I wasn't to opt out totally and not show up.
Yeah. Well, that shows character. That shows that you have, what we call here in Detroit, you have the grit, to do what you need to do.
That's
okay.
Right.
So I love it. And next time, get us a little more connected, but I love it. It. Good, great job.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Some of the notes I jotted down were you need to hone and refine your pitch. When I teach a class, or when I am presenting, even in my regular job, I present very casually. I'm not the type of person that's going to, unless I have to. When I was in school, you had to be very, refined. But I'm very casual and conversational when I pitch, which is, to me, it's great. But I think you also have to be able to, if you're going to pitch that way, you have to refine it. You have to maybe take notes so that draws you back in to keep you on task. I love the fact that this was your first pitch and you just jumped out there. That's awesome to me. That shows confidence and that shows courage. I love the visuals. I love the fit, the hair, the packaging. Everything is amazing. And I just think in terms of honing the emotional part of it down, repetition. I was talking to someone last week that I was helping. If you're sitting around cooking, if you're making your candles, if you're combing your hair, repeat your intro in your head. Repeat it. It has to be second nature. You could, like I use an example, if you're stuck in an elevator with Beyonce, you got to be able to boom, bam, boom, pop, and spit that out really quickly, eloquently, and professionally. So it should be something that's second nature. You have a lot of things to say. You did go over the time. I'm surprised Nicole didn't jump in and cut you off. Nikki, you guys call her Nikki. But just to be mindful of that, and if you know you have a time limit, condense your pitch into that time, and just make sure, like, you gave a lot of information, which was great. But first of all, if you want to reach out to me and practice your pitch, throw it on me. That's fine. I'm okay with that. I can help you with that.
Don't tell me that, because I will ask Nikki. I'll get
No,
in.
I offer it all the time, and you would be surprised at how many people don't reach out. A few do, but not very many people do. Charlene, you can definitely reach out to me. I'm happy to help refine and hone your delivery, your pitch, everything. Like I can help you guys with that, and just reach out to me, DM me, contact Jules, however way. I'm happy to help you do that because you have a really great foundation. And once you hone and refine this pitch, it's unstoppable. It's unstoppable.
Thank you.
Got it.
And last but not least, we have Tony.
Hello.
Connie, I'm gonna go first.
Go ahead,
girl. Mine. But man, Tony.
Yes.
You're awesome. This is just really, really, really awesome. And the fact that you are new is just, it's mind-boggling to me. You sound professional. Your energy it exudes, and I receive it. It makes me kind of want to lean in and just listen. You're bright, you're just amazing. And your smile is huge and big, and your story is awesome and great. And I love it. You're not, to me, you may be on some other level, but I don't see you being an internal person. You're very extroverted, and it shows, and I love it. I love the idea. I love coffee, so obviously, I think I was the one that asked you about the bundles. Like, hey, I don't want to just get a candle. I want the coffee too. So I love the concept. I love the idea. I love the passion. I just think you are on to huge things. You have a huge opportunity to do some amazing things where you are, and your growth is exponential given the current foundation you have, because your foundation to me is rock solid. So kudos and great job.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I mean, Sean pulled a Bryce on me. So here we are. Thanks, Sean.
I'm sorry. I was just so excited. I wanted to just make sure I got it out.
Yeah. To piggyback on everything she said, you came out the gate amazing. One thing for me is I like to see the energy. I love to see the smile, and then you had the merch and all of that. And I wouldn't have known if you hadn't have told us that you're fairly new. So that was amazing. Again, I am not a coffee drinker, but I will say for the second time, you had me interested, and I am not a coffee drinker. Like I'll buy it and it'll never get used, but I'll smell it. It's like, oh, I gotta have that. So I'm glad that you were able to connect with a different audience, because technically I'm a different audience. I don't like coffee, right? So I definitely appreciate that. You did an amazing job. I didn't really have too much feedback other than that. But in terms of, I'm gonna say the same thing I said earlier about the 12 to 24 month plan, but from the conversation that we had earlier and the questions that you answered, it sounded like that you were still on track to do that, right? You were on track to see what's going to work and how you're going to be able to pivot. One thing that I will say is that you probably, if you don't already, want to invest in, seeing what what an employee looks like. And so a lot of times people think, oh, that's going to be the person who does the things that I don't want to do, answer emails, all that. No, your first employee will be an income producing employee. Other than that, you do not need them. Okay. You want a person that is going to aid in those things that will help you make more money. So production or marketing or whatever. So I would say that, because once once you continue to get out here, you're going to gain traction. And we just want to make sure that you're set up for success and that you're able to maintain that and you're able to welcome everybody that comes in the right way, right? Because we want to make sure that you're successful. So great job overall. Amazing, amazing, amazing. You did great.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
All right. So we have tallied. Let me do the view. We have tallied up the scores. So I am going to. I wish we had like a.
I was doing a little silent drum roll. You can, yeah.
I wish we had a little. So I'm going to call out the third place, second place, and then of course the winner who will get the ultimate prize. Everyone again did an amazing job. I appreciate you guys being brave, coming on, doing your pitch, especially the ones that said this was their first time. I commend you for that. And yeah, because we're going to keep doing these. These are fun. And so coming in at third place, what we did is averaged the scores off the coaches' sheets or the judges' sheets. And so third place coming in is Melissa with Cali Meets NYC. All right. And then second place coming in is Caitlin Bazil. And our winner, who had a whopping now 25 points, was the highest. And these judges gave this person 25 points all across the board, which is amazing. So the winner is Miss Tony Gaddis of Me Time Coffee.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Great job. Great job.
Would you like to give us a speech? Anything you
So this, oh my goodness, this is my first like official pitch, other than the pitches that we've done out of the BCMC, our first assignment, and then the one with the class with Sean last week. And the information that she gave me was make sure I talk about my products and incorporate my price. So I made sure I put that in there. Oh my God, I'm so excited. And I have a question. Can we got the feedback for the pitches, but can I get a one-liner of things to consider in business from all of the judges, please? Thank you.
Of course.
Yeah.
I'll send that.
Absolutely. All right. Well, thank you again, everyone. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Tony, I think the feedback that the judges gave were valuable. And so make sure y'all take that in, use that. Again, there's going to be more pitches, not only from us, but all of our partners and things. So thank you also for everyone on YouTube for joining us. And so, Tony, we will get with you so that you get all of your prizes. Her prize is a $250 cash incentive, $100 e-gift card from Makesy, and a $120 valued wax melter from 2 Auto Tool. All right.
I just want to say, guys, make sure that you are taking advantage of the classes on BCMC. If you're watching on YouTube, again, we're going to be doing this again. There are classes you can take to help you hone and refine these pitches. You can reach out to Connie. She's also offered that valuable financial information that she can help you with. So you have the resources to participate in an event like this. So we hope we have a lot more next time, okay?
Yes. Congratulations, Tony, Nicole, and congratulations to everyone else. You guys are amazing. And remember, nothing stops you but you. Okay. Remember to always, always, always bet on yourself. If you have to evolve, or as people say, if you have to pivot, do it. Okay. Don't worry about what may come from it. As long as you have a plan in place, you absolutely can do it. And yes, feel free to reach out to me. As Sean say, most people don't. Okay. Please do if you need to, because guess what? Y'all are going to the top, okay? And I want to see y'all do it. So
And,
congratulations, everybody.
and I will share Coach Connie's information as well as Coach Sean. I'll send you guys an email. Okay. Y'all have a great rest of the weekend.
Have a great day, everyone.
Bye-bye, everyone. Thank you, guys.